Hey everyone, welcome to I'm Adam Kovic.
And I'm Bruce Greene.
And let's talk a little bit about China, shall we?
I am from the future, so you should move to China.
All right, everyone, listen up. It's time to start brushing up on your Mandarin.
Why?
This isn't just for fun to impress girls. China is already one of the biggest gaming markets in the world, and it's only getting bigger.
Yes, at this rate, we'll only be playing, you should probably say this.
Xin Pin Ye.
What?
Yo Yi.
I think it's Shipin Yushi, I want to say.
Is XI Shi? We should know this stuff because our new overlords are going to be Chinese.
We're only going to be playing that game in a few years, so with chopsticks, man, we're good at racial humor.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Wait, what? Did I say with chopsticks?
Yeah, who
Damn
wrote
it.
that?
Who wrote
视
that?
频游戏。
Oh, it is she.
Lawrence
Okay.
wrote that. He's
Anyway,
a racist.
This xenophobia mongering comes courtesy of data analyst firm Newzoo, as reported on by GameIndustry.biz. Newzoo's report ranks companies by revenue, and you'd be surprised at who holds the crown.
Is it EA, the most evil company on the planet?
Incorrect.
How about Activision, the most evil company on the planet?
Also no.
The company earning the most revenue in the entire world is, Lawrence?
That is Tencent at $7.2 billion in
they?
fiscal year 2014.
They're Chinese.
And that's a company you probably haven't heard of. Yes, obviously they're Chinese. So,
Spoiler alert, fool!
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert!
Tell us more about Tencent.
Tencent. Okay, so Tencent Holdings Limited is a massive Chinese holding company. The subsidiaries of which deal in services like TV, instant messaging, auction websites, online games, music, movies, streaming media, search engines, instant messaging apps. Just about everything that involves electricity and computing.
Human trafficking?
Yeah, do they have that too?
Probably, sure.
Cool.
So where's all their gaming revenue coming from?
Just about everywhere, really. So they have a direct market in China. They do a lot of free-to-play online games. The only ones you may have heard of are like Crossfire and Alliance of Valiant Arms.
I've heard of a Crossfire once.
Some guy was talking about it at a bar one time.
Yeah, so those are basically the Chinese variants of Counter-Strike and Call of Duty, respectively. Crossfire is pretty popular in esports circles, in China at least, and it's kind of going out from there just because it has such a huge player base.
Right, Tencent also owns several foreign enterprises, including a minority stake in Epic Games, and the majority equity interest in Riot Games.
Well, that makes sense.
I told you we'd report on League of Legends eventually.
Damn it, Joel. So the question here is, why should you, viewer, care?
Why?
Well, aside from the fact that America doesn't have the crown, the fact that Tencent is the #1 gaming company, in terms of revenue anyway, will change gaming in the next few years, guaranteed.
Yes, China has been closed off when it comes to gaming and all media for the last few years, but that's starting to change. China lifted a long-standing ban on console sales in late 2013.
Yeah, as this audience becomes more of a feasible audience for global companies, we'll see products that cater more to their particular demographic.
Right, Transformers 4 didn't take place in Hong Kong just for fun.
Yeah.
We'll see more of this in the future. The reason they shot it there is because then they got to distribute the movie there, and then lots of people saw it and made lots of money for the movie.
And that's how we got the robot dinosaurs. He rides on his back for some reason. Yes! It was cool. Newzoo's report tells us more than the fact that we'll be using
Yep.
More chopsticks humor, Lawrence?
I can't say it.
No, I love it just because you guys have to say it.
We're not going to say it. Well, Tencent holds the #1 spot. Number 2 and number 3 go to the next titans in the industry, Sony and Microsoft.
Thank you. America!
Respect
Wait,
them.
Sony's from Japan.
Sony's from Japan.
We'll take it.
Yes, the console warriors. Sony is in the lead with revenues totaling $6 billion in the fiscal year of 2014, compared to Microsoft's $5 billion.
Yeah, moving down from there, we have EA and Activision, who are battling for 4th and 5th place with revenues of $4.5 and $4.4 billion, respectively.
Lawrence, you should take these interesting ones up next.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So Apple and Google are battling over 6th and 7th place. Apple's still in the lead pretty clearly with revenues of $3.2 billion over Google's $2.6 billion.
Right.
Mobile, man.
But here's the really interesting thing. Google's growth is insane. They grew 89% year over year over 2013 compared to Apple's 35% growth.
Right.
And 35 is still really good.
Yeah.
But Google is almost doubled year over year, and that's crazy. If Google and Apple maintain their same growth rates over this year, Google will get bigger than them. So Google will have more gaming revenue than Apple in 2015, which is crazy.
That's really insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you look at the Android ecosystem, that's basically every other device that isn't an i something.
It's
So, there
it's
you go.
blowing up right now. Joel, what were you going to say?
Just to clarify, when we're talking about Apple's revenue, we're not talking about Apple's total revenue,
No.
just their gaming.
Just gaming revenue.
Yeah, just-
Thank you.
yeah,
It's all
exactly.
mobile. Yeah.
Finally, on a global perspective, these charts show us that Japan continues to shrink in gaming.
Yeah, this is pretty sad. It's a gradual but fundamental sea change in gaming. Up until the mid-2000s, Japan developed the biggest games in the world.
Right, they did.
Not so much anymore. From 2013 to 2014, Japanese companies dropped from 33.7% of gaming's revenues to 29.8%. That's even with Sony's strong performances.
Right, so that probably means that Nintendo's not performing well, right, Lawrence?
No, I mean they've been dropping. They did pretty well for a company that is still kind of unto themselves. They only do gaming.
Yeah.
And they're one of the only companies in this list that still only does gaming.
Right.
But they did drop 2 ranks. Let's see here. Nintendo lost 13% year over year. They still have $2.1 billion in revenue, though, which is really good.
That's not bad.
For, yeah, what is technically still a pretty focused company on one industry.
Right. So there you have it, folks. If you like video games, you better get used to a Chinese future. It's not so bad. You guys seen that movie Hard Boiled?
Nope.
It's a great movie.
Is it good?
I like Kung Fu Hustle.
Regardless, the most important takeaway is that you have to change with the times in order to be successful in
Yes,
this
you do.
business.
That's
And we
true.
keep looking to the East, apparently. Japan was the king at one time, but now we're looking at free-to-play and basically a closed ecosystem,
Right.
which, look at League of Legends, doing really well. Everything's going free-to-play.
Stop clapping for League of Legends. They don't need your help.
It's an underdog.
Whether you like it or not, the future right now, the way it's going, is free-to-play and mobile. That just seems to be the way it is. What will be next? Your call. You're up.
I've got
Eight Empire 2.
I've got an
Virtual
idea.
reality.
I've got an idea. We're gonna design a game,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be all in Mandarin, right?
Yeah,
Mandarin.
smart.
Cantonese.
It's gonna be or
No,
Cantonese.
we want to hit the largest group possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lawrence,
Chinese.
Lawrence, I need your help. What's the name of the protagonist?
视频游戏。
Okay, so Shipin Yoshi has a samurai sword. Do they have samurai swords in?
Sure.
No, that's Japanese. That's Japanese.
Chopsticks.
Ninjas. They're ninjas, right? Chinese ninjas.
Nunchucks.
Please like and subscribe if you want to contribute to my Kickstarter for your new Cantonese Chinese game.
Please help Bruce realize his dream. What was that?
坚强的人。
I know it's a robot, but it sounds racist.
I love you too, baby.
All right, we're done.
Oh, talk dirty to me.